Hello guys, my name is Srinivas Rao. I am a Python trainer, 20 years of experience, both teaching as well as project experience. In this session, we will be discussing about modules, Python modules. In previous session, we understand all the concepts of functions, okay? And in this session, we will be discussing about modules. Now, what are modules? See, modules are nothing but it is a container. It is a container of related functions is known as modules. A container of related functions, not only functions, it can be classes. Okay. Anyway, we will discuss about classes in coming sessions. For example, Python statements and variables is called a module. It's called a Python module. Container of related functions, classes, statements and variables is called a Python module. For example, let me draw. For example, this is container. In this container, we will be having functions, classes, statements and variables. For example, we have finished functions, right. So, assume we have finished, it is a container of all the functions. Assume we have finished the functions, right. So, what we will do, we will put all the, these are all nothing but functions. Function 1, this is function 1, this is function 2, this is function 3, function 4. It may contain classes also, but as we did not finish these classes. So, we assume it is a container of all the functions. Function 5, it may contain statements, it may contain variables also. So, for example, this is function 1, this is a function 1. FUNC1. Okay. So, these are all functions, assume these are all functions. So, this is function 2 and this function 1, function 2 are related to each other, function 3 and function 4, FUNC4, FUNC3, this one. So, module is nothing but container of functions, right. In Python, module first a Python, it is a Python file which contains Python code like statements, it can be classes, it can be functions or variables. A file with Python code is defined with extension .py. For example, test.py where the test is the name of the module. In Python, large code is divided into small modules. Large code will divide into small modules. The benefit of module is to provide way to share reusable functions. A module can also contain runnable code. Grouping related code into module makes good code easier to understand and use. It also makes code logically organized. Okay, right. Now, there are like functions, two types of functions are there, right. One is the built-in and one is user-defined function. Same way, there are two types of modules. One is built-in module, already built in the library, it is there in the library, and we have to create our own modules, they are called user-defined modules. So, built-in modules comes along with the default Python installation. One of the Python most significant advantage is rich library that supports lots of built-in modules. Hence, it provides lots of reusable code. So, in Python we have lots of code modules are there, okay, for every area. You take web technology, you take data science, you take anything, gaming, we have so many modules. What we will do, we will use that modules and we will develop some projects. Okay. Some commonly used built-in modules are math, we will discuss all these things, OS operating system OS, math module, sys module, random module, other modules are there, okay, other extra modules, other modules are there. Now, see for example, I want to find out the factorial, for example. Find out the factorial of a given number. given number. So, no need to write a logic, because Python has provided one model, and in that model will use one function. Okay. For example, Python has provided one model called math model. In math model, there are some functions related to mathematics, and in math model there is one function called factorial function. So, using this function I can find out the factorial, no need to write any logic, because Python has provided one model called math model, and in that model we have one function called factorial function. Example, for example, I will go to PyCharm. Now, I want to use that model. There is one model called math model, I want to use that model. So, to use that model, we have one statement, one keyword is there, one statement is there. That statement is called import statement. That statement is called import statement. So, in Python, the import statement is used to import the whole model. Also, we can import specific classes, functions from model, that we will discuss later. So, initially the syntax, the first syntax is what? Import, I import the name of the model name. So, to use one keyword called import keyword. For example, I want to use math model. So, if we want to use math model in your program, so we have to write import statement, IMPORT. Which model you want to import? I want to import math model. Why? Because I want to find out the factorial. So, what I will say? I will say here, I will write here math model, import math model, means you can use all the functions. Okay. So, what I will do here? I will say math dot, when you press dot, model name, press dot, you will get list of functions or classes, whatever, methods. See, SQRT, POD, POW, factorial, E, pi, seal, floor, x, a cos, a sin s. So, these are all functions, related to mathematics. Okay, related to mathematics. So, I want to find out the factorial. So, I will use what? This factorial function. Example, I want to find the factor of 6. Okay, that is it. What do you know? I will print this, print math model dot factorial function, and no need to write any logic, we are using this function from this math model, and when you run this program you will get output as 720. If I change to 5, it will give us 120, and if you give 4, you will get what? 24, right. Same way, for example, I want to find out the square root of any number, square root of a number. So, what I will do? I will not write any logic, because I will import this one function from this math model. So, I will say math dot, see there is one function called SQRT, and in the brackets we have to pass one argument. We have to pass what? One argument. So, for example, 100, I want to find out the square root of 100. So, I will come here and I will say print math dot SQRT, close the bracket and run this. See, we got 10.0, square root of 100 is what? 10.0. Same way, I want to find out the power. So, for example, math dot, there is one function called POW. Now, it pass two arguments. For example, I want to find out 2 to the power 2 cube. So, 2 and just give 3 here, 2 to the power of 3, okay, and just print it, print bracket open, bracket close, 2 to the power of 3, that is 8.0. So, like this we have to use these models. Like this there are so many models are there, and if you want to use the models, we have to say import math library, math model. In the library we have math model, from math model we will importing all these functions, we are using all the functions from math model, right. So, we understand how to import. When the interpreter finds the import statement, it imports the model presented in the search path. The model is loaded only once, even we import multiple times, it will load only once in the memory. To import models in Python, we use Python import keyword. With the help of import keyword, both the built-in and user defined models are imported. Okay. See this one example. I want to import multiple models in the same program. I want math model, For example, random model. Random model means in this program I can use math model, not only math model, I can use a random model. Okay. For example, here see I will say print random model dot a rand, there is one function or method called a randint. Okay. Randint, and I will run this program. I will give a sorting number, we will discuss this later. Okay. For example, I want to generate numbers from 1 to 10, okay. We should pass 2 arguments. See here a number is generated. See, this random model is used to generate numbers. Okay. So, there is one method called function called a randint function, and I pass here min number and max number. So, one number is generated called 5 is generated. Okay. So, in the same model, in the same program, I used math model and also random model, right. Now, when you import math model, all the functions in the model will be imported into in the memory. Suppose there are 100 functions, all the 100 functions will be loaded into the memory. If there are some example, assume there are 100 functions in math model, all the 100 functions will be loaded into the memory. But I want to use only one function. In math model, I want to use only one function. Remaining 99 functions memory is wasted, because from that model I want to use only one function. And if you say import math, all the 100 models, assume there are 100 functions in math model, all the 100 functions will be loaded into the memory, and I do not want all this 99, I want only one factorial. So, what we will now we will change the syntax. I want to import only specific functions, If you want specific function, then the syntax changes. So, the syntax is from math model import only what factorial, only factorial. Now, in the memory only one factorial function is loaded, not all the 100 functions. So, try to use this syntax if you want to import only specific functions or classes, that we will discuss later classes. Now, directly can say factorial of 4, and we will give 24, or if you give 6 here, you will get 720. Yes. How to import how to import multiple models, okay, and how to import only specific functions or classes. So, classes we will discuss later. How to import only specific classes or functions from a model. So, if you want to import only specific classes, we use this syntax from name of the model, import that specific function or class. See in this example, from math model import, we imported only factorial. I can use only factorial function now in my program. I can't use other function, because I imported only specific function called factorial function, right. Even we can give a alternative name to the function. For example, from math I want to import factorial. So, I will say import factorial. For this factorial, I will give one alias name or another name. For example, import math factorial as FACT. For example, import from math, import factorial as FACT. So, this is nothing but another name, alias name for factorial. This is nothing but alias name for other name for factorial. Now, next time I will do, I will say FACT only, FACT of 5, that is it, very simple. Print that is it, 120, right. So, if you want to use model with different name, you can use from import as statement, as next you should give the alias name. It is also possible to import particular method or function and use that method with a different name. It is called aliasing. Afterward, we can use the name in entire program, alternative name, that is. Same thing, same examples, right. Now, we will do some more examples how to import. For example, I want to print today's date and time. I want to print today's date and time. So, no need to write logic for printing dates and times, today's date, previous date, tomorrow's date, day after tomorrow's date, after 5 days date. No need to write any logic, just simply import the model and use that classes or functions. Okay. So, what will do here? Now, this time I want to print today's date. Okay. Today's date is 26/11/2024 and the time is 12:30 p.m. So, I want to print today's date and the current time. So, what I will do? I will import date time. There is one model called datetime model in Python, where you can print dates and time. We can print dates and time. So, we have one date and time model, import date and time model. For example, I will declare one variable called dt. dt equals to date time dot now. There is one method called now. There is one function called now function in date time. See, this is a main model. This is main model, this is sub model, and this is one function in that model. It is one method or function in that sub model. Now, we will try to print this dt, this variable, print a dt. Now, when I run this, see, it is printing a date, year, month, date, and also time with milliseconds. So, it is printing dates as well as times. I want to print today's date. I want to format this. I want to format according to the user requirement format. I want to print this. Means my format is 26/11/2024. I want to print in that format, day, month, and year. So, now here there is one more method here called strf time, and you should specify the format. And if you want to see the formats, just go here, just go to Google and type formats, date formats in Python, date formats in Python. So, we will get one table here. We will get one table and use that table. We will see that table. So, this is a table here. For example, what is today's date? 26. So, please here day of the month. I want to print day of the month between 01 and 31. And what is the format here? %d. %d will print today's date, that is 26, it print 26. For example, I will copy here and come here put here %d, hyphen. I want to print month. Now, we should know what is the format for month. So, again we will come to this table and come here, see here there is one thing called month from 01 to 12, example 12. So, what is that format? The format specifier is what? %m. So, control C, come here and I will paste here. %d hyphen %m. %d will print the number today's date, that is 26. Month will print what? Month will print 11, for example. And I want to print 2024 year. So, just come here. See, there is one column here 2018 2018 full, not 24, it is 2024. So, there is one format this one specify, that is %caps y. %caps y prints 2024. Now, we will print, see here 26/11/2024. right. For example, I want to print only 24, I want to print only 24. For that, here there is small y, small percentage, small y percentage small y, short version without century, that is 23. Okay. So, I will remove this y, I will put small y and run this 26, 11, 24, right. I want to print time, hour, minute, second, hour, minute, that is 12:34 for example, 12:34. So, come here we will see hour, for example, see here hour between 00 and 12, okay. And what is this? Percentage I, percentage I. So, I will come here, I will declare one more variable called TM, TM equals to date time dot now, okay, dot str of time and just give your percentage I, percentage I print over colon. I want to print minute. So, for minute what? For minute it is percentage m. So, just type here percentage m. So, it will print what? It will print 12:35 something like that. I will print TM, I will print TM. So, it prints what? It prints 12:35. Is it AM or PM? So, we will specify that. If you want to specify whether it is AM or PM, see there is one format specifier called percentage small p, okay. Control C and will come here space, just give percentage p 12:36 PM with PM record. So, this is a way to use date time model. So, date time model is used to print dates and times in different formats, and you have to check these formats, okay. So, all the format codes are there. You can have time zones, UTC, microseconds, okay, week number, weekday. Just go to this Google for format codes and try it. Yes. So, we understand how to use built-in models. We understand how to print math model. Like that, we have thousands of models are there in Python. So, this is a way to import. This one. Now, there are two types of models. One is built-in. Already we discussed math, random, and date time. So, we have user defined functions, right? Models. User defined models. User defined models are models, okay, created by the programmers, created by us programmers. We have to create these models, okay. If there is no model for our requirement, then we have to create our own model. So, what we will do? We will create one model, for example, my math model. In my math model, all related to mathematics, for example, add, for example, subtraction, for example, multiplication, division, okay, power, already power is there, but we will add power also, then models operator, mod, okay. So, we will create this 6 functions in this math model. So, how to create model? Step 1, go to PyCharm, if you want to create a model. So, just click on this file, click on this new, click on this Python file and give some name of the model. So, my model name is my my, I will keep in caps, my math model dot extension py extension. So, model name is what? My math model dot py, press enter. So, now I have to write functions here, related functions. For example, I want all these functions, add, subtraction, multiplication, division, power and mod. So, what will do here? I will create one function, for example, add numbers n1 comma n2, for example, 2 input parameters, and return what? n1 plus n2. This is for adding, that is it, done. My first function is done. So, what will do? I will copy this for subtraction, for multiplication, for division, for model, for power, for power, we will take for power. Okay? Right. Now, second function is for subtracting numbers, third function is for multiplication of two numbers, fourth is for division of two numbers, and one more is power, POW numbers. Okay? And the last one is modulus operator. So, mod numbers, I will say mod numbers, same thing n1 comma n2. Okay? Then return n1 percentage n2. So, I will make modification for subtraction, multiplication, division. Huh? So, first is addition. So, plus, next one is subtraction. So, I have to give minus operator. Next is what? Multiplication. I have to give multiplication symbol, that is asterisk, and for fourth one I will give slash, because I want to. Now, here I will say double star, exponent operator, and for mod, yes, and for the last one is what? That is it, no need all this things, that is it. My function, my model is done, Okay. Now, I will use this model in any other program. Okay. For example, I will go to demo.py. I will go to demo.py, I will declare one variable called n1 equals to 10 and n2 equals to 3. n1 equals to 10, n2 equals to 3. Okay. Now, I want to add, I want to do multiplication, I want to do division, subtraction, okay. I want to calculate power, I want to calculate modulus, remainder. So, no need to write any logic, because just now we created one model called my math model. So, I will import that. So, I will use import statement my math model. In my math model all the functions are there, no need to write any logic, okay. And directly what will do? Suppose example res1, this is for adding two numbers. So, I will call this model, call my math model dot add numbers, and I will pass here n1 comma n2. That is it, no need to write any logic. So, what I will do? I will copy this for subtraction, multiplication, division, power 1, 2, 3, 4, right, res2, result2, this time I will give as sub numbers, SVB numbers. Same way res3 equals to my model multiplication. Okay. Next res4 my model, okay, and will give what? Division numbers. Like that we have mod numbers, okay, and also we have power numbers, POW, right. So, res1, res2, res3, res4, res5 and res6, result 5 and result 6. Now, I will try to print all these things. So, print res1, res2, res3, res4, res5 and res6. So, this is res2, this is res3, this is res4, 5 and 6, and then the program you will get all the mathematical operations. See here the first one is 10 plus 3, 10 minus 3, 10 into 3, 10 divided by 3, 10 percentage 3 and 10 to the power of 3. So, we got all the output. So, this is called how to create user defined model. This is a way to create user defined model, same like creating user defined function. Okay. So, we finished Python models, how to create our own model, how to use built-in models. Not only this, in coming classes we will be importing so many classes. For example, in coming classes we will be starting advanced tomorrow. From next class we are starting advanced Python. In advanced Python we will use so many models, and also we will discuss about data science models. So, we are also having data science classes and data analytics classes. So, for data analysis we have some models called NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and we have to import that models. Okay. If you like if you like this video, please click on like button and share our channel. Thank you very much.